Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Uncle Bobby's Cybertronian Corner. Take number 3. The box is gone. Don't worry about the box. This is take 3. However, we do have Soundwave over here. Laser beak in his chest. Um, and we're going to talk about Soundwave. So, Soundwave started in 1984. Well, actually, he started in 1983 over in Japan, where he was called uh, Cassette Man. Uh, Stupid name, probably right. Now, my masterpiece, Soundwave, is very much a good match with the Toy House Factory's um, bird condors. They fit inside, and I had this the other day. Honest, I had this the other day. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time now. Anyway, Laserbeak and Ravage and all of them are very much to scale. There is a is that it? Yes. There's also an arm post. Anyway, there's a arm post there that Laserbeak is supposed to just conveniently, slip onto this way. You know what? Watch. Come on over. So there's Laserbeak, and yes, there's a Laserbeak in his chest because I couldn't ask for enemy or for wing thing. I couldn't ask for a particular cassette, so I have 2 Laserbeaks, but that's okay. I have 2 Ravages. Um, but yes, all of these cassettes fit in here. All the cassettes fit on his arm. I did have it on the shoulder, or was it this shoulder? I don't know. I had it on one of the shoulders before, so that was awesome. Um, he started off in Cybertron before the war, and he was actually quite a mess. If it wasn't for Ravage and Laserbeak teaching him how to control his mind control powers, he would have went nuts. So he's extremely thankful to both Laserbeak and Ravage for helping him, you know, figure out his figure out, oh, wait a minute, I'm not going crazy. I actually do hear this stuff. And they were just like, yeah, you hear this stuff. And he's like, why don't I hear it from you guys? And they were just like, I don't know. Because you don't. I have no idea why. This masterpiece version, you can take the back plate here and push it all the way back. So you can not only take Laserbeak, put him in the back. You take Ravage. Make sure Ravage is squozing correctly. Okay. And take the other Laserbeak. Because they're not hard to transform. Rock that forward, that forward. Rock that flat. Make sure that's flat. Flip all that over, make sure it's tight. And boom. 3 cassettes, no waiting. Then you can go Laserbeak, eject. And then there's a button back here that you press. That's supposed to spring this whole thing forward. And then you hit it again, and then it's a masterpiece, so it has its issues. But this Laserbeak's going to stay in his chest. This Ravage is going to stay in the case. Which is that? This is a paw. Ravage, knock it off. Bad kitty. Ravage, stop being bad kitty. There we go. Ravage. So, like I said, he was all throughout season 1, season 2, the movie. He was destroyed in season 3. But Laserbeak and the gang gathered up a bunch of his Pete's parts, brought it to Master, the Planet Master, and said, hey, do us a favor and fix our buddy, will ya? And the guys on Planet Master said, sure, we can do that. He's going to have a new paint job, though. And at that point, they started calling him Sound Blaster. To the Soundwave. And he's got a black paint job. He can only hold 2 discs. Two of them. Unlike my boy here, who can hold 3. However, in the box, oh, I can show you this part of the box. There you go. Oh, I can show you that part of the box. Other than that, I'm sorry. But in the box, we do get a whole bunch of goodies. We get this, which is him producing Energon cubes. That's just awesome. Then we get all this in there. And then we get, see down here, you're supposed to cut one of those two things out or copy it, put it in here, and then he can have readouts. I thought that was pretty cool. We have the Soundwave cod. That's going to go up on the wall. And the instructions. Now, we also have Megatron in gun form, which is going to be going into Deadpool's living room, by the way. And right underneath him is going to be the mini Megatron. I'll show you later, like next week's episode. But that goes there. That goes there. This goes there. And if you want to put it in his hand, you have to extend the handle. Okay. And be careful pulling out his hand, because while it was on its way here from Narnia, part of the pinky came missing. But now you can wrap the hand fully around handle that way, and boom, 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 he's got Megatron. But like I said, Megatron is going to be going into Deadpool's room, so we're going to set that aside. And then if we close his little fist right here with every finger being articulated, close down the thumb. We open up the side panel here. One, if you open up the side panel, you'll see there's a speaker. I thought that was pretty cool. However, one of the other accessories, and he used it in a few episodes, is his scanner. It just plugs into either hand, doesn't matter. I think he used to wear it on that hand, but like I said, it doesn't matter. So that is going to take the place of Bulkhead's wrecking ball. Alright, pop his hand back out, because we have one more accessory, and that's this. Now, you can store it back here. It's got a little nub and a little hole, and the little hole goes into the little nub, and bam. And just in case it gets lonely, you can turn this guy around and go bam. Yeah, if you want to. That's up to you. Or, again, because he is yours, and if you want to, it's up to you. You can open this fist back up like you had it before. This time I'm going to ask the assistance of the tweezers. Alright, so pull it this way, right? And you get your tweezers. There we go. And this part's got to go up. And once it goes up, little silver part pops out. See that? This part looks like that. Pull it apart. You find that where the two little things, where the two little nubs are on the side, and you pull it out. Once you pull it out, little silver part pops out. Boom, and there's his ever famous Soundwave gun, which again I believe he used to hold in the other hand, not this one, because this is his sound cannon. Um, make sure that's nice and tight. The reason I'm making sure that that's nice and tight is because when you go to close it, if it's not tight, it won't close. It will look at you and go, yeah, no. I don't want it. Okay, now. Notice I said something about those nubs before that you grab with your... Well, there's a reason for those, because there's a little hole or a little peg hole in his hand. And those peg holes match up with those if you get it right. You gotta get it right. Once you get it right. Once you get it right, it's like butter. Butter. There we go. Unless you go and touch it. Don't touch it. Like I said, it's a masterpiece. It's finicky. But it's what you get for buying a masterpiece. Those of you who have purchased masterpieces know exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, so we're going to fold all that back down because this is going to come into play later. So we're going to set it right there. Alright, so those are all the accessories that comes with. So that's going to go on here like this. That's going to get stapled, and I love bags, so that's going to go over here. Now, some people say that his face was the design for the Decepticon logo, and some say it was Tarn. Since I hadn't heard of Tarn until recently, and I heard of Soundwave back in 1984, I'm going to go with Soundwave. That's my opinion. Soundwave has run the Decepticons a couple of times. You know, when Megatron either fell ill or the one time Megatron gave up Decepticonism and went over to the Autobots. He has the regular 6 cassettes: Frenzy, Rumble, Ravage, Buzzsaw, Laserbeak, Ratback, and Ravage. But he also has he has 2 dinosaurs that combine into one big robot. He's got Enemy. He's got 2 drones. Plus, he can make the Energon. So, yeah. He's got a bunch of things going on his way. Always has. And oh yeah, he's got another one, Enemy. I can't wait to get the cassette Enemy. I'm gonna have a whole broadcast just on Enemy alone. But we're not here to talk about Enemy. We're not here to basically talk about his cassettes. We're here to talk about him, because the cassettes have had their day. So his articulation, the cannon can go up, the cannon can go down, it's on a swivel, it can revert itself, it can pack away back here. It's very versatile. Okay, the head, swivel, up, down, due to transformation. Arms, on a ratchet, but can do a full. Go out here, there is a bicep swivel, it's on a ratchet, elbow, wrist, and you saw how articulated the fingers are. Alright, now it can do a split if you turn the toe that way. If you do not turn the toe that way and you try to do that, you are going to snap it right there, because it is weak as hell, so don't do that. But if you want to make him do the splits, turn his legs out like that, and he can do the splits. Okay, and there's a thigh swivel, there's a full knee, and there is some nice ankle tiltage. There is a waist swivel as well. And let me see. So you can get this guy into some pretty dramatic poses. However, one pose I'm most thrilled about. I'm going to take the fusion cannon and lay it down that way. And we are going to ask him to do the splits. And this button, I'm going to press this button and push his leg in. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay. Now that he's more comfy. Rock both of his ankles back. Like that. And rock these things forward. Now go like this. And you see this little thing right here? A little hole? There we go. Okay. Now we're going to turn that way. Kick that in on itself. And right there, baby. Yeah. Once everything aligns, everything should just snap into place. At this point, grab the silver part here and pull forward. Okay. Okay. Then do the same thing to this side. And pull that down. And plug that in. Okay. Push that over. Line that up. Okay. Cool. Now we can splay those out like this. Now we're going to take the fists and we're going to put them in. That's why I kept saying make sure it's tight, make sure it's tight. By the way, there's a speaker on both wrists, so he can have it happy with that. Bam, bam. Okay. Now back here there's a flap, and back here there's a flap. Now remember I told you I was going to set this aside because it's going to play in later? This is the other AA battery. And then you flip these up, and that covers the battery. Okay. Then you put his head away, and you break the shoulder. You break the shoulder. Put that down. Put that down. Boom. Boom. And you put that down. And you lock everything into place. And then you take this. Push it up. And Bob's your uncle. Laserbeak can sit on the top of it. And all that. Now, if you look over here on the sides, we have a working AM FM switch. Also, there's a lot of ports for cards and stuff. And on this side, we got other cards and an actual tuning thing that moves. That's awesome. That popped out. Let's pop that back in. Okay. And that's for the charging cords. So that's pretty awesome there. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? Now, supposedly, I was supposed to be able to plug this in somewhere. I personally don't see where I can plug it in. It's supposed to be another set of batteries, an external set of batteries. Nope. Nope. Well, I don't know. But supposedly you were supposed to be able to. Oh well. Whatever. We'll go back in Her Majesty's treasure trove. But, yeah, he's more of a Walkman as far as I'm concerned, not a micro cassette player. But whatever. I love him anyway, so I don't care. He's had many toys throughout the lines. He's been, of course, a cassette player. He's been a truck. He's been a satellite. He's been a drone. Sorry about that. So we're gonna hang Laserbeak back up. Where he belongs. He's in flight, so we're gonna pop up his legs. Okay. We're gonna put that right there. And we're going to put the empty Energon right there. And then a special place I set right there. And now there is Soundwave surrounded by all of his cassettes. And now that he's in there, I can squeeze Rumble and Frenzy in a little more. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that, with the exception of this. Do, 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 do. I told you I would show you later, so I'm going to show you. Alrighty. We have Mini Megatron and Thundercracker. Now, over here, there we go. Over there, on the wall, is a bow staff, and the quiver. Okay. So, over here on the wall, I'm going to put, well, not this part of the, yeah, the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to put the whole thing, and then I'm going to put Megatron himself right there on his wall. So at present, that is where everything is going to be living. So, all that being said, from the new Wreckers corner or office to the moving hive to the radio shelf, all of Uncle Bobby's corner, Cybertronian corner. That's the other corner. That's Uncle Bobby's sleeping corner. But from Uncle Bobby's Cybertronian corner, we thank you for spending time with us. Truly appreciate it. I hope that you have a pleasant day. And I hope you like, subscribe, give me a comment if you'd like. That'd be awesome. And until next week, I want you to remember, always, Uncle Bobby loves you. Okay, later.